Hi, and welcome to Lulay Aces. And today we are going to have another review of one of the products that excuse me, one of the products that I purchased like probably 3 weeks ago. And I do apologize that it has been like probably, yeah, 3 weeks ago that my last vlog was about an update on my journey to cancer. And yeah, hey, I still have a year to live and I'm claiming it already. And today we are going to review one product that I have been longing to purchase. The first time I purchased this one is like about, I think, 6 months ago, and I had some issue with the P.O. box that we had been using here in our accommodation. And unfortunately, we were not informed that I don't know if it has not been paid probably by the operation, or um, I don't know. It's just one of the reasons that I could think of. That's why the seller couldn't find the PO box, but the PO box that I have been linking on my description box is a legit, and it's from my employer, so it is still active as of now. And okay, let's go. The reason why it took me like about 3 weeks to do this review, because I actually wanted to use the product so that I could actually make a valid review, which is based on my experience while using the product. So here goes. This is the rotating skin cleansing brush. Ta-da! I purchased this from the one of the local markets nearby. It's just a walking distance, probably 3 minutes from my flat, and I'm not being sponsored. It's just that my opinion would say will be based on the experiences I have mentioned. Now, rotating facial cleanser brush in any brand would probably be as good as what you could use, or it will be as good as what the effect would be. Probably how many times you'd use it, how what kind of skin you have, the type of skin that you have, and the kind of beauty product or cream or soap or scrub that you've been using, and how long have you been using it, like in a rotation or routine manner. How long would it be, like a minute or 5 minutes, or how frequent you use it there would be the result of how your skin would be. And to some, I'm not a dermatologist, but I would believe, because that's how it works in my skin. Um, my skin is like a combination of oily and dry skin. So when it's winter time, I really get so dry, and when it's summertime, I really get so oily. So I have like two sets of creams that I usually apply, but most commonly that doesn't bother any type of I would say season is the petroleum jelly. So I would probably say that's why it is most commonly recommended to diaper rash for babies, because as we all know, babies got sensitive skin because they're still young and they're not that exposed to certain products and pollutants. So maybe that's also why. And having said that, it petroleum jelly is not actually um, absent from my skin routine. It's always there whenever I feel lazy, whenever I wanted to remove makeup before I go to bed, especially if I'm going to use the air conditioning. I have to make sure that I have petroleum jelly on my face or on my body, because it really, really gets so dry. Okay, going on now. As what I have mentioned to you, I'm going to be showing you, it's like a kind of unboxing on how you are going to expect this product to be. But just to inform you, I have already used this for 3 weeks, and the first week I used it like almost no, I used it every day, but I used the big brush for the whole part of my body, including my face. But then what I noticed is that because of the frequent use, my skin tends to get dry. It really did remove the dead skin and everything because like if season changes, I tend to have like dead skin sloughing out. Mind you, I don't use the facial bleach and everything. I don't use that, but I do notice that when from summer, fall, and then winter comes, my skin's like a snake that it could just peel off, like mostly on this part. So I think that's one of the reasons why it gotten dry. And like I'm not wearing anything on this except my eyebrows because I actually have like scattered eyebrows, so I have to fix it. But I'm not wearing anything. So if you're not new on my channel, you would see that there are dark spots on my face, and I had a recent review on. Actually, it's not a recent review, but it's a late upload about my review for one of the Body Shop's tea tree facial wash, which is amazing, but it's just that I'm having difficulty purchasing it now. I couldn't find the same brand, so I'm trying to consider a smaller size of. I think they have a new version, so I'll probably try to use it. But as of the moment, I'm still continuing with the Cream 21, alternating with my with the petroleum jelly. And so this is how it looks like. It's the brand that I have is GREIN rotating skin cleansing brush, and whatever brand you have, I believe it's the principle. The principle is the same. It's a rotating brush, and it's your face. So I don't think you really need to have a firm brush to use because your face is not a wood. So it's like doesn't make sense. So I don't believe in branding things and everything, and I'm just happy to purchase this because it's just cheap. It's 75 Riyal, so it's like maybe plus minus $20 like that, probably. Yes, $20 more so. So I'll be opening it to you just to show you how it looks like, but actually I used it. So it comes up with a blister pack where you could remove the cover, and this one is in English, and is there any language here? No. Okay, no. And what's in here shows out of the box, especially the instructions on how to use this, plus the leaflets that you could really commonly see, and some suggestions on how you use the equipments or the parts attached with it. So nothing's inside. Now I just remove the cover of the blister pack, and we have here the sponge, the small brush, the big brush, and the pumice. Now what I have used on the first time that I purchased this is the big brush. So I use it from my underarm, my face, my underarm, and everything. So people would say, "Why are you using something on your face?" Well, it's part of my skin, so it doesn't bother me. But if it does bother you, you could use the small one on your face and this one on your body. The only reason is I just don't have the time to keep on changing everything because it's only me who's using it, not unless I'm sharing it with somebody, like if my husband. So I would say this one would be for my husband and this one would be for me. And then when I was using it frequently, it dried up. So I tried to use it the second week, alternating days. And I tried to use it in the evening before I sleep, because that's the time that I remove everything, my makeup, after work. But if I'm not working, I try to um, limit the usage of it. I try to use the usual facial cleansing that I use, my hands, my fingers. And then you would feel, if you actually use it frequently, is that of course it will give you some bruises, and your skin will be dry. And so I don't actually recommend it unless it doesn't have the same effect that I had experienced. So I think it depends on how you are comfortable with it. You would also be the judge of how this brush would work. Now, just 2 days ago, I used this because my skin here is actually drying up. So what I did is I applied, and it tells how you would use the sponge. You could apply your beauty product, and what I do is I apply the petroleum jelly. So I try to massage the whole area of my face, and this is the third day, and it actually worked. The drying up has been resolved slowly, and you could see that the small spots are actually vanishing. So I'm actually happy for it. Just what I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what brand you're using. It's the principle that it applies. It's because it's rotating, so it could provide a consistent depth and scrubbing in your face. And so that's it. And this is the handle. It is waterproof because it has been made compact, and in a way that you should actually use it downward, like what the handle would suggest you. And it doesn't come with a battery. So what I would suggest, since you'll be using this frequently, or I don't know, probably some rotating brush would have, but I actually bought myself 4 rechargeable batteries. So it's 4 rechargeable batteries that it could use. And so yeah, I don't think it's closing now. I just hope that it's not broken, but yeah. It's actually difficult to take it out, and it's actually difficult to put it in back. It's really struggle, but okay. I hope it's secured. And I have been using this from the time I charged the battery. I think it's been also 3 weeks and still working. So what I would suggest when you use this, and I believe it's not actually mentioned in the manual, is for you to wet or moisten your face with water, and also moisten the brush or wet the brush, because this one tends to be very hard when it's really dry. And I would suggest that after using it, you place it inside a sealed container after drying, so at least it won't, I don't know how to, but what I usually do is I face it downward on a cotton, no, it's not a cotton, but it's tissue, and I would put it inside a container. So at least I'm secure that no insects would be crawling there, and nothing would be bacteria from the insects or whatever would be entering the pores of your skin because it's going to be in contact. And especially if you're in a shower, whether it's hot or cold, our skin tends to react from wetness and our pores tends to open. So that's just a tip. And yeah, my review says that it works, and it depends on how frequent you use it, how deep you would press the brush against your skin, and what kind of beauty products you're using. And the safest that I could suggest is the petroleum jelly, and batteries are not included, so I would suggest that you use to buy rechargeable battery because you'll be using this probably most a long time. Now, my question would be is like, and I'm sure that you are also going to be asking, is how to replace the sorry about the noise, how to replace the brushes when it gets soiled up. And I have been looking for information here, and I just couldn't find anything, but I did found something on eBay, but I'm not sure that if it would fit. However, I was actually thinking of hacking this up with the Body Shop brush that I bought, because I'm not sure if the available one would have the same knot or opening that would fit the brush, the head of the brush. So probably with a sponge, I would probably replace it and just put in something, stick something on it, and maybe that's it. I would probably be using that for quite a long time, and I'm happy to purchase it. And yes, wherever you are, wherever place you would be, you would definitely find, I think, this one. And I found one on eBay. This is, I think, the same brand that I tried to purchase 6 months ago, the one that I mentioned to you. And it was a free shipping from China, and it was like 59 riyals, so it's lesser than 40 riyals than the original one than the retail price for this, which is 75, almost like 40 riyals. So, I mean 40 US dollars. So, yes, that's it. And of course, you know the drill, because you should follow me from my other social media account. And of course, I would like to ask and really appreciate if you would like and subscribe, because it will help me a lot. And for those who are not yet subscribed, who are new on my channel, you could subscribe, and you could probably press the notification bell just next to the subscribe icon. It will really help me a lot, and I'm just happy that from being active for like about, I was like March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 8 months. From my 13 subscribers, I'm on my 55th subscribers, and I'm really happy for that. And thank you for believing in me. And I just hope and pray that I'll be able to have at least 1,000, so I could give it back to you, because I have so many things in store and so many giveaways that I could provide. It's just that I couldn't do it just now. Okay, so please do like and subscribe, because on Lulay of all aces, you learn nonsense to useful things that you can apply on your daily life. So bye for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you.